we're back to doing the Hitchcock.
Yes.
We've been doing him for a few weeks now, and we got him to fall in love with Rear Window.
Yes.
It got the highest rating that I think any of our films have ever gotten, and much deserved.
I almost want to go. I can't now. Obviously, you've already, but
well, now you want to make a short film based on it or using it as an
yes,
inspiration.
I'm definitely using it as an inspiration for a short film.
He was inspired by that film.
I was.
I think a lot of people have been inspired by that film. That film is like magnificent in many ways.
I want to almost go back and give it a 20. Just match you. It was so good. We can't go back in time.
No, we can't. This one is my second favorite, North by Northwest.
By Northwest.
It's Cary Grant and Eva Marie Saint, and also James Mason. Love James Mason, who was from Lolita. You remember him from that?
You and James Mason's voice is pretty.
I don't know. Just something about his voice is interesting to me.
Again, you do a pretty good James Mason. I'm not gonna lie. And you can't go wrong with Cary Grant though, all day.
Yeah, and his accent is a lot harder because I guess it's American, but they say that his accent is quote continental. It's a weird voice. It's kind of that staccato way of talking.
Yes, exactly.
Like this.
Yes,
I'm talking like I'm Cary Grant.
But they can also talk. They also could pick up pace or slow it down, and they would do that.
It's like they went to like a vocal coach. The vocal coach was like, you have to pronounce every single word exactly the way it's spelled. Yes. I'm Cary Grant. And, I mean, he's a great actor though. I mean, he was in a few of Hitchcock's films. So he's an interesting leading man in this too, because he's very different from Jimmy Stewart, and Cary Grant's a little more active, and he's kind of a little bit more of your sort of standard leading man type of the time.
He is the 360 performer, actor, dancer, singer.
I don't know about the dancer part, maybe.
Yeah, no, he could do kind of pretty much all of it.
Didn't he have? Wasn't his real name something weird like?
Probably.
It was like Dinglebert or some shit like that. It was some weird name.
It probably was. Cary Grant.
Archie Leach.
Archie Leach? Because Cary Grant's a perfect name.
Yeah, Archibald Alexander Leach. And thank God he changed it.
The reason I know that is because he did a lot of musicals. And I love musicals, which you don't like.
I don't like musicals.
Yeah.
Something about when people start singing, my brain starts disconnecting instantaneously. I just become like, I don't know. It's like in Inception when people start with shit in the Inception. Then everybody starts getting all like wonky. It's just I don't
too much for you.
Can't do it. Well, this film is a different vibe than Rear Window, obviously. But I think it's
espionage, right?
There's a little spy motif going on.
Okay.
I mean, it's a really interesting film, and I think a lot like an action and adventure type of film. I don't know if you'll love it as much as Rear Window, but I think you'll like it. Here's your cool title sequence, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Cary Grant.
Cary Grant. James Mason.
Lolita, I need you, Lolita.
You said Team Lisa, Team Annie. Annie was the one who died in Birds, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm Team Annie.
That's a better world. I can take Grace Kelly on. And music by Bernard Herrmann again. He always used Bernard Herrmann and Edith Head. Edith Head was the costume designer. It's probably why their clothes always kind of have a vibe about them as well.
Mm-hmm. In VistaVision, the big wide screen.
Is that the 3 panels?
Yep. This is what got people like back in the theater. The fact that TV was becoming more popular. Let's control. There he is.
Oh, sad Hitchcock. Oh, that's the woman who screamed that you're evil! You're evil! In the Birds.
I beg your pardon. I have a very sick woman here. You don't mind, do you?
Well, no. I mean...
Poor man.
Do I look heavyish to you? I feel heavyish. Put a note on my desk in the morning. Think thin. Dinner at 21, 7 o'clock.
Is 21 like a bar?
It's a restaurant. It's the same place that the other...
Yeah, because they mentioned in the other one. But you brought the guy from 21.
Really high end.
Yeah, okay.
Good night, Mr. Thornhill.
Good night, sweetie.
You're evil!
Roger Thornhill, Fanning Nelson. Got a little head start here, Mr. Thornhill.
Oh, that won't last long. Perhaps if I sent you a telegram.
Mr. George Kaplan.
Boy.
Ooh. Wow. Whip and push in.
Kaplan.
What are they sipping on? It's not martinis.
Manhattans.
That's...
Wait a minute. What's that supposed to be?
Car's waiting outside. You will walk between us saying nothing.
Let's go. Let's go where?
Whoa. That's a pistol.
So please, no errors of judgment, I beg of you.
Oh, come on, fellas. What is this?
Such a polite threat.
Don't tell me where we're going. Surprise me. Couldn't we stop off at a drugstore for a moment so that I could explain I'm being kidnapped? Well, that is what's happening, isn't it?
Graham to get off with mother.
Locked.
That would have been too easy.
Who's Townsend?
You'll see. I really do love this era. The tight suits, the fedoras.
Winged cars.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, everything looks like it's in flight. Yeah, guy on the far right, give me his whole getup. I'll take it right now.
Say to him, Kaplan,
What are we having for dessert?
Is there anyone in the library?
No.
Witty sarcasm.
You will wait here.
Oh, don't hurry. I'll catch up on my reading.
Yes. This is gonna be him the whole time, and I'm really gonna enjoy it.
I would love to have an office like that.
This looks like a Townsend.
Good evening.
Why does his face look so familiar?
It's James Mason.
Not what I expected. A little taller, a little more polished than the others. Oh, I'm so glad you're pleased, Mr. Townsend. And what the devil is all this about? Why was I brought here? Games? Must we? Not that I mind a slight case of abduction now and then, but I have tickets for the theater this evening. To a show I was looking forward to. With such expert play acting, you make this very room a theater.
He's a well-tailored one, isn't he?
My secretary is a great admirer of your methods, Mr. Kaplan. Did you call me Kaplan?
Yeah, I'm not Kaplan.
I know you're a man of many names, but I'm perfectly willing to accept your current choice. My name is Thornhill. Roger Thornhill. There's never been anything else. Do sit down, Mr. Kaplan. I told you, I'm not Kaplan, whoever he is.
The guests are here, dear.
Look after them. I'll be with you in a few minutes. Quite simply, I'd like you to tell me how much you know of our arrangements. Oh. And, of course, how you've come by this information. The least I can do is afford you the opportunity of surviving the evening. What the devil is that supposed to mean?
We know where you're headed for.
I'm headed to the Winter Garden Theater in New York, and I think I'd better get going.
We also know your contact in Pittsburgh since Jason committed suicide.
August the 11th, you stayed at the Statler in Boston. August the 29th, George Kaplan of Boston registered at the Whittier in Detroit. Do you intend to cooperate with us? I'd like a simple yes or no. A simple no, for the simple reason I simply don't know what you're talking about. Give Mr. Kaplan a drink, Leonard. A pleasant journey, sir.
Scotch? Rye? Bourbon?
Nothing, thank you. I'll just take a quick ride back to town.
Yep.
Oh, that has been arranged.
brandy.
But first, a libation. Cheers.
Wait, what? Oh, they made it work. Are they gonna drive him off the goddamn cliff?
Don't worry about me, fella. I'll take the bus.
The alcohol poisoning alone. Yep. And wait, you. Ooh, come on, shit. I know they can do this live action now, but I really do miss rear projection. It's just got a flair to it.
That's exactly what it looks like right there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It's in the days before DUI laws too.
A little speed up action. In theaters at the time, that would have been so almost like throw up inducing. So
What's
good.
that noise?
Yeah. No, don't kick the biker, don't hit the biker, don't hit the biker. Whew. The joke's funny when it's in threes. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks for the lift, fellas. Somebody call the police. Come on. Come on. Perfectly all right, see?
Yeah, look at that.
We'll get him. We'll throw a book at him. Salt with a gun and bourbon and sports. We'll get him. You'll be all right. This is your son, Roger Thornhill. Yeah, wait a minute. I'll find out. Where am I?
Glen Cove Police Station.
No, Mother, I have not been drinking. No, these two men, they poured a whole bottle of bourbon into me. No, they didn't give me a chaser. She wants to know who said.
I'll ask her.
Sergeant Emil Klinger.
Sergeant Emil. Emil? Sergeant Emil Klinger. No, I didn't believe it. I'm all
Stick
right.
out your tongue and say, ah.
You better move back. Ah!
How much would you say that you drank?
About this much.
Mr. Thornhill.
Not this much.
Mr. Thornhill succeeded in escaping from his would-be assassins and naturally had to drive as best he could under the circumstances.
Know him to be a reasonable man.
Absolutely.
Mother.
And you.
My client says this is what happened. I'm certain it must have happened.
Yeah. Ooh, great music. That's creepy. I love that. I love all of that.
Remember me?
Yes.
Good. Is Mr. Townsend at home?
No, I'm sorry he's left for the day, sir.
Mrs. Townsend?
I have to say, for his mother, she looks amazing.
This is the room. And here's the sofa where they held me down. They spilled bourbon all over it. I'll show you the stains. Oh, they must have cleaned them off. This is the cabinet where they keep the liquor. Scotch, gin, vodka.
Ooh, plot thickens. Holy shit.
Roger, we were so worried about you.
I want you all to know, I never saw this woman before last night.
You haven't gotten into trouble, Roger. Roger, you said you were going to call a cab. You didn't borrow Laura's Mercedes.
No, I didn't borrow Laura's Mercedes.
Mr. Thornhill has told us forcibly intoxicated by some friends of your husband's.
Roger was a bit tipsy when he arrived here by cab for dinner.
She's lying. Well, where's her husband?
Is there any place he can be reached?
The United Nations. He's addressing the General Assembly this afternoon.
All right, so he's addressing the General Assembly. Do you mean you're not going to do any more about this?
Roger, pay the $2.
$2.
And now, housebreaking.
Not housebreaking, yeah, hotel breaking. There's a difference.
Of 5 to 10 years.
Just a minute, please. Will you want me to be changing your bedding, sir? Because the bed doesn't seem like it's been slept in.
Now, she seemed to think I'm Kaplan. I wonder if I look like Kaplan. Oh, well, look who's here. Our friend who's assembling the General Assembly this afternoon.
Mason.
Do you know who I am?
You're Mr. Kaplan.
When did you first see me?
Outside the door, a couple of minutes ago.
Well, then how do you know I'm Mr. Kaplan?
So you're the gentleman in room 796, aren't you?
Did I hang in the closet, Mr. Kaplan?
I forgot. What time did I give you that suit?
Around 6.
Did I give it to you personally?
Oh, no, Mr. Kaplan. Nice to meet you, Mr. Kaplan.
I'm beginning to think that no one in the hotel has actually seen Kaplan.
I don't think that one does anything for
Yeah,
you.
he's a 36 and that's a 32.
That's much better.
Well, obviously, they've mistaken me for a much shorter man. Should I?
Certainly not.
Hello.
It's good to find you in, Mr. Kaplan.
Yes, I know who you are.
Pushing.
I'm not Mr. Kaplan.
Nice.
You live in his hotel room, and yet you are not Mr. Kaplan. We are pleased to find you in.
Who was it?
Only one of the men who tried to kill me last night.
Oh, we're back to that one all.
That call was made from the lobby.
In the lobby, they're probably on their way up here right now. Come on, let's get out of here.
Nice. Oh, nope, they noticed. They both noticed.
You gentlemen aren't really trying to kill my son, are you?
Oh, no, gentlemen, please, ladies first. Come along, ladies.
Roger!
He's out here stealing all kinds of cabs. Man, they can't win.
Take me to the United Nations.
Was that a step out into front of a projection screen?
Where will I find Mr. Lester Townsend? Kaplan, George
There
Kaplan.
we go. I wonder if that's what the UN looked like back then.
Well, I don't know about this room.
Page Mr. Lester Townsend, please.
Mr. Townsend of Uniphone. Mr. Townsend of Uniphone.
Yeah,
Please
beautiful.
call the
That's
communications
great.
desk of
Love
the
it.
public lounge.
Mr. Kaplan,
Yes?
this is Mr. Townsend.
How do you do, Mr. Kaplan? Well, there must be some mistake. Mr. Lester Townsend?
That's me.
Are you the Townsend who lives in Glen Cove?
That's right.
Were you at home last night, Mr. Townsend?
Oh, I've been staying in my apartment here in town for the last month. Now, Mr. Kaplan, what's this all about?
But who are those people living in your house?
The house is completely closed up.
Do you know this man?
Oh, shit.
Look!
No! Ugh, damn it.
Listen to me, I had nothing to do with this.
First of all, don't grab the knife. That was your first mistake.
That was a very bad mistake.
Great shot. Great shot.
It's a miniature.
It is a miniature with a real person? That's lame.
Does anyone know this Thornhill?
I'm gonna get mistaken for George Kaplan when George Kaplan doesn't even exist.
What are we going to do?
We do nothing. Our non-existent decoy created to divert suspicion from our actual agent has fortuitously become a live decoy.
How long do you think he'll stay alive?
Well, that's his problem.
Ouch.
Wow.
What can we do to save him without endangering our own agent?
Just a wee bit callous?
Yeah.
Give any hint to Van Damme that he's pursuing a decoy instead of our own agent, and our agent will immediately face suspicion.
Goodbye, Mr. Thornhill.
Ouch. That is callous. Get a hat and some... Thank you. Hat and some glasses, bro. That's a great pull. And folk. Yeah. Love it.
Keeps it going, yeah.
Give me a bedroom on the 20th century, please.
I think they're all sold out. You can always go cold.
Good question. Brilliant.
Don't go away. He's at window 15, upper level. Hurry. You're in luck.
Yep,
Let's
he's
take
gone.
it.
Yep, of course. And we continue this game.
He went that way. I think he got off.
Ooh. Okay.
7 parking tickets.
Oh.
Yeah. Keep her close.
Maybe 20th Century Limited.
That was a very cool transition shot. Train overdrive every time.
Well, here we are again.
Yes.
I know, I look vaguely familiar.
Yes.
There's something about my face.
It's a nice face.
Think so?
I wouldn't say it if I didn't.
Nice. Yeah, she's flirting with you better than you are with her.
The moment I meet an attractive woman, I have to start pretending I've no desire to make love to her.
What makes you think you have to conceal it?
She might find the idea objectionable.
Then again, she might not. I'm Eve Kendall. I'm 26 and unmarried.
Jack Phillips.
No, you're not.
God, he's a great liar.
You're Roger Thornhill of Madison Avenue, and you're wanted for murder on every front page in America. I won't say a word.
How come?
It's a nice face.
Is that the only reason?
It's going to be a long night. I don't particularly like the book I've started. You know what I mean?
This woman is a Black Widow. Come into my web, said the spider to the fly. Jesus.
That's my trademark. Rot.
What does the O stand for?
Nothing.
Jeez. This doesn't happen now in real life, but it's one of the only reasons I actually carry a lighter is for a moment where I can be like, can I?
No place to sleep.
I have a large drawing room all to myself. Drawing room E, car 3901.
Cops.
Incidentally, I wouldn't order any dessert if I were you. But I just saw two men get out of a police car as we pulled into the station.
Just lie still.
Nice. Nice.
You got any olive oil? I'm going to be packed in olive oil. If I'm going to be a sardine.
Who are you?
State police. There was a man at your table tonight in the dining car. He's wanted for murder.
No. All we did was chat about different kinds of food, train travel versus plane travel, that sort of thing.
He didn't say where he was going, did he?
No. You think perhaps he got off when you got on? Good night. Still breathing?
Get me a snorkel.
I'm looking for
The most uncomfortable position. Oh, wow.
Tell me, why are you so good to me?
Shall I climb up and tell you why?
Oh, yes, please.
You'll be picked up by the police the moment you show your face.
Such a nice face, too.
Don't you think it'll be a better idea? You stayed in my hotel room while I located him for you. I'm a big girl.
Black
all the right
Widow
places,
energy.
too.
Come on in.
How do I know you aren't a murderer?
You don't.
You don't care.
Maybe you're planning to murder me right here tonight.
Shall I?
Please do.
This woman is built different.
I think some of these older femme fatales are just so much sexier than some of the new.
Dude, for sure.
Got taste in clothes, taste in food.
Taste in women.
Boom.
I like your flavor.
Can probably make them do anything.
That was cool. That Turner. Ugh. Don't move the camera, move the characters.
Look out.
He's getting very good at this. He's evolved quite quickly. Yeah. Femme fatale. Black Widow. Yep. That's what I'm talking. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
A message from the lady in 3901.
What do I do with him in the morning? Oh, this is gonna be a brilliant pullout, isn't it? Of course. Yes. Yes. God, I love this. That's so f***ing dope. Also, amazing transition. Again, you know me in trades all day.
You keep walking, I'll catch up.
Are these the same detectives? Yes, they are.
Have you seen the man we're looking for?
Oh, I'm awfully sorry.
She's a slick operator.
You know what she reminds me of? Or who reminds me of her?
How are we doing? We have to run the gauntlet. Look.
The woman playing Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson.
Well, what have you got in these bags?
Bowling balls, naturally. I'm sure Mr. Kaplan won't mind a few wrinkles. And I'll call him for you as soon as we get inside the station.
Now, what are you going to tell him? You know what?
You want to see him right away?
Well, you're the smartest girl I ever spent the night with on the train.
I don't know. It took the clothes and went up that way.
You made that money? Yeah, made that money.
That reminds me a little bit of in Raiders of the Lost Ark, the basket scene, where he's knocking all the baskets over.
Yeah. You in a red hat?
Hey.
Smart.
God, can you imagine shaving with that straight razor?
Oh, you've never... Oh, I love doing a straight razor.
So you don't like needles, but you'll put a straight
Blade.
razor to your...
I won't do it to my neck. That's a little too much for me.
Ellie, did you get Kaplan?
Yes.
All right, what did he say?
Well, he'll see you. Got it all written down for you.
Ferry stop, Highway 41. Good.
It's about an hour and a half drive from Chicago. No car. He wants to be sure you're alone.
What'll I do when I get there?
Wait beside the road. He'll be there at 3:30.
What's the matter? I don't know. You seem tense.
You know, you better go before the police run out of red cabs.
We'll see each other again, won't we?
Sometime, I'm sure.
Yeah, see, the backgrounds look like like they're probably not, but you know what I mean? They just have this... Yeah, that is the Midwest.
I love that shot. That's so cool.
But that is the Midwest.
That's crazy.
Great shot.
Yeah, just like a little teeny figure on this.
Yeah, on this, but yeah, like T-stop corner, just like middle of nowhere. Nothing to offer. Nothing as far as the eye can see. Are you Mr. Copeland? No. Yep. Just as fast. Beautiful. Middle of a cornfield.
Yeah.
Don't go to cornfields. Great shot. That's a poster. That's a great leading lines and everything, dude. That's a great shot.
Are you supposed to be meeting someone here?
Waiting for the bus. Due any minute.
Then your name isn't Kaplan.
Can't say it is, 'cause it ain't. That's funny. That plane's dusting crops where there ain't no crops.
Get on the bus. Get on the frickin' bus. Well, too late. Run. You should definitely run. You should absolutely pop or duck. Pick one. Run or duck. Run, duck, both. Thank you. Jesus. I'm gonna need you to Indiana Jones the shit out of this. Fucking go, bro. Step in front of the car. Well,
maybe not. That guy's not stopping.
Yes. Oh, wow. Wow. What a move. What a move.
Probably the most famous shot in the film. That looked real, too.
I mean, that feels very in camera. The timing of that?
Yeah, it looked great.
With the op and the everything? Dude.
The other one's projections, but that wasn't.
No. I don't think it was at all. This is great. And now he's... you're now his crops. And now there's some pep in your goddamn step. Nope. You gotta stop, bro. Ooh! Holy shit. Oh, wow.
Get out of here. The other tank may blow.
I did not see that coming.
Neither did he, apparently. Man, they're out in the sticks somewhere. These are all country folk. It's like
my Frigidaire! I just bought the Frigidaire!
Come on back here. Too bad you didn't have cell phones back then. The stolen car.
Yeah.
These coppers are on it.
Could you let me have Mr. George Kaplan's room number, please?
I think he checked out.
He checked out?
Checked out at 7:10 this morning. Left a forwarding address in Rapid City, South Dakota.
7:10? Well, then how come I got a message from him at 9?
Hoodwink, sir.
And there's your hoodwinker. That's a beautiful dress, though.
Edith Head.
He's getting it together. He's figuring it out as he goes.
She's in 463.
No.
Oh, yes, that's right.
If you're on the list.
Hello.
Hello, Eve.
Surprised?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
No
still
getting
alive.
rid of me, is there?
God, you play the part well.
How did it go today?
He didn't show up. It's funny, isn't it? Oh, after all those involved and explicit directions he gave you on the phone.
Maybe I copied them down wrong.
I think you sent me to the right place, all right. He checked out. Went to South Dakota.
South Dakota.
South Dakota?
Dakota.
Well, what are you going to do next?
Maybe strangle you
It
to
may
death.
depend on you.
On me?
You're my little helper, aren't you? Meaning, from now on, I'm not going to let you out of my sight, sweetheart.
I'm afraid you'll have to.
Go ahead, it can't be for me.
He will sit on a 2-shot and not even worry about sometimes getting coverage.
I told you, he storyboards these things out.
Like, he obviously gets it when he needs it, but there's times where he's like, we'll just sit here.
All work and no play.
Nice.
Very nice.
I want you to leave right now. Stay far away from me and don't come near me again. We're not going to get involved.
No, I can't do that. After dinner, fair is fair.
On one condition. You let the hotel valet do something with this suit first.
He'll be right up.
Better take your things off.
Now, what could a man do with his clothes off for 20 minutes? Couldn't he have taken an hour? How does a girl like you get to be a girl like you?
Lucky, I guess.
Ever kill anyone? Because I bet you could tease a man to death without half trying.
He's a quick learner.
Be with you in a minute.
He's a quick study. Okay, I've expected the 2 henchmen. Oh, yeah. He's learning quick. He's learning hella quick. Yeah. Damn, when they said 20 minutes, they meant 20 minutes. They got that suited to him fast.
Pure silk damask.
Can't say if that's creepy or sexy.
Super f***ing creepy.
Thank you. Okay.
100 is bid, thank you. I have 300.
Beautiful pullback, though. And we started super tight.
I say the 500.
500 here.
Phil, I hear 1100.
Nice.
Selling at 1,000.
Beautiful.
Together.
Good evening, Mr. Kaplan.
That's great.
You disappoint me, sir.
Why? He got
Just
all
going
the
to
way
say that
here?
to her.
What possessed you to come blundering in here like this?
He followed me here from the hotel.
He was in your room?
Sure, isn't everybody?
Ooh. Isn't everybody?
Do I hear 5?
500.
I'll bet you pay plenty for this little piece of sculpture.
Ooh. Damn, he's just not. He's not even about
She's
to
worth
quit.
every dollar of it. Take it from me. Now, she puts her heart into her work. In fact, her whole body.
Then to Mr. Van Dam at 700.
This man is viscerating her.
Oh, Mr. Van Dam.
Yes.
Oh, and now he knows his name.
You overplay your various roles rather severely, Mr. Kaplan. First, you're the outraged Madison Avenue man who claims he's been mistaken for someone else. Now you play the peevish lover stung by jealousy. You stand a little less training from the FBI and a little more from the actor's studio.
Apparently, the only performance that'll satisfy you is when I play dead.
Your very next role will be quite convincing, Ash.
Zinger, zinger.
You know how to speak.
Witty ass, sarcastic, like, I got you, bro.
Or are you going to ask this female to kiss me again and poison me to death?
Ooh, shh. Took you long enough.
Who are you kidding? You have no feelings to hurt.
Wow. Viscerating. Politely viscerating, and then had a beautiful push-in.
Mr. Kaplan, we've had just about enough of you.
Then why don't you send for the police?
600.
That's the last thing you'd want, isn't it? Me in the hands of the police. Or something seems to tell me I've got a much better chance of survival if I go to the police. Good night, sweetheart. Don't think it wasn't nice.
Tears in the eyes, though.
No, she plays it really well.
1300, please. Last call.
This guy.
And now catalog number 109.
1,500.
Bid is already up to 2250, sir.
I still say 1,500. 2250 for that chromo? How do we know it's not a fake? It looks like a fake.
You're no fake. You're a genuine idiot.
Thank you. All right, I'll start it at 8.
800. Thank you.
11.
I have 11. 12 is bid. I have 12. Go 13.
$13.
Yeah, I knew it. Yes.
I mean, $13. That's more than it's worth.
Yes. I love it. I love it.
2,000.
2,000?
2,100. Make it 2,500.
The last bid was 1,200.
2,500. My money as good as anybody.
1,200.
3,000.
Nice.
I know, right?
I like that he was like, no, wait.
It took you so long. That's 3,000. I bid 3,000. Sorry, old man. Too bad. Keep trying.
Oh,
So I want to thank you, gentlemen, for saving my life. Well, let's have some smiles and good cheer. You're about to become heroes. Don't you know who I am? Chicago Police Capture United Nations Killer.
It's him.
That's right. Congratulations, Ben.
Yeah.
NYPD. Positive ID. Absolutely, no question. What? You sure?
Where are we going?
Airport.
Taken to an airport, I want to be taken to police headquarters. Well, why do you think I sent for you fellas?
What about this guy, Charlie? He sent for us.
Yeah, Charlie.
A mad killer on the loose.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Why, I oughta.
that look afterwards, like bewilderment, like.
This way, Mr. Thornhill.
Wait a minute.
We haven't much time.
You're police, aren't you? Or is it FBI?
FBI, CIA, ONI, we're all in the same alphabet soup.
You were all alphabet soup.
We never interfere with the police. That's absolutely necessary.
Again, another great walk and talk.
Where are we going? New York or Washington?
Rapid City, South Dakota. Who's your friend, Mr. Van Dam? A rather formidable kind of gentleman, eh?
What about that treacherous little tramp with him?
His mistress. We know all about her.
Tell me, what's Van Dam up to?
He's a sort of importer-exporter. Government secrets, perhaps?
You going to stop him?
No.
You are.
Then what are we going there for?
Set his mind at ease about George Kaplan. Well, there is no such person as George Kaplan, which is why I'm going to have to ask you to go on being him for the next 24 hours.
Wow.
I'm an advertising man, not a red herring. I've got a job.
You're both now.
2 ex-wives and several bartenders depended upon me. The answer is no.
I thought there was any chance of changing your mind. I'd talk about Miss Kendall.
For using sex like some people use a fly swatter.
Ooh. I don't suppose it would. She's one of our agents. I know you didn't mean it, but I'm afraid you have put her in an extremely dangerous situation.
See, I don't even know who to trust at this point, though. God damn it. She could be a double, triple agent. I don't know.
I don't like the way Teddy Roosevelt is looking at me. I think he's trying to tell me not to go through with this harebrained scheme.
It is your responsibility to help us restore her to Van Dam's good graces.
Here they are. I suppose you were surprised to get my call.
Not at all. I knew the police would release you, Mr. Kaplan.
Suppose I tell you, I not only know the exact time you're leaving the country tonight, but the latitude and longitude of your rendezvous and your ultimate destination.
The price?
For doing nothing to stop you.
How much did you have in mind?
I want the girl. You turn her over to me, and I'll see there's enough pinned on her to keep her uncomfortable for the rest of her life.
She really did get under your skin, didn't she?
We're not talking about my skin. We're talking about yours.
What made you arrive at the deduction that my feelings for Miss Kendall might have deteriorated, trade her in for a little peace of mind?
Just a second, you.
Stay away from me. Let go. Let go of me. Just get back.
Oh.
No good, sir. You can't get involved in this.
Oh. No. He gave... No. No. No, he was with her. The FBI, whoever CIA guy was with her. Oh, thank God. They're playing chess. They're playing 3D chess. Yeah, she there? Yes. Oh, also great pullback reveal.
I wanted to tell you, I mean apologize.
I understand.
I did treat you miserably.
I mean, she meets her halfway.
I used some pretty harsh words. I'm sorry.
They hurt deeply.
What's your excuse?
I met Philip Van Damme at a party one night and saw only his charm. Eventually, the professor and his Washington colleagues approached me with a few sordid details about Philip.
So you became a Girl Scout. Now, I may go back to hating you. It was more fun.
I may go back to hating you. It was more fun. It's rude and romantic at the same time.
Couldn't we stand like this for just a few hours?
How does this romantic moment also have a tinge of tension?
Dan takes off tonight. You and I are going to get together and do a lot of apologizing to each other in private.
Well, he has told you, hasn't he?
What didn't you tell me?
She's going off with Van Damme tonight on the plane.
Oh, the hell
She's
she
going
ain't.
off with Van Damme.
Well, that's why we went to such lengths to make her a fugitive from justice.
You lied to me. Do you think I'm going to let you go through with this dirty business?
Hell yeah.
She has to.
Nobody has to do anything. Perhaps you ought to start learning how to lose a few cold wars.
Ooh.
I'm afraid we're already doing that.
Jesus. Boom. Yep.
I guess I deserve that locked door, too.
If you were seen wandering about in good health, it could have proved fatal to Miss Kendall.
No.
Did he lock the door again? Of course he did. Of course he locked the door again, bro. Come on.
I love how they wore their pants up past their
Right?
belly button back then. Actually, in Europe, they still do.
Well, also, you're still tailored that way, though.
Stop!
Oh, excuse me.
Stop.
Definitely fell for the wilds of a blonde before. We're not doing it again. That's a very cool looking house.
Looks like something out of Architectural Digest. Frank Lloyd Wright.
I was going to say, definitely a Frank Lloyd Wright house.
Is. Yeah, it probably is. There's a really beautiful one.
That's
I think it has a river. That
yes,
goes
I
through
don't know. Yeah, it's a wet river, a waterfall or something, but I know what you say.
But a natural one.
Yeah, this, if it's not a Frank Lloyd Wright, it definitely has a significance if you're talking about him liking.
There's certainly a design element to this.
Again, this guy's getting good at the espionage game.
He wanted to destroy you. You had to protect yourself.
But not endanger you.
Rubbish.
I wonder if I might have a few words of parting with you, sir.
Certainly.
In private.
The deeper and deeper this movie goes, the more it feels like a Bond film.
I know how terribly fond you are of Miss Kendall.
Great lighting. Ooh, even nice. Sell the practical. That's beautiful. Woman, if you don't pay attention...
You must have had some doubts about her yourself. Why else would you have decided not to tell her that our little treasure here has a belly full of microfilm? Call it my woman's intuition, if you... But I've never trusted neatness. Neatness is always the result of deliberate planning.
You were there yourself. You saw it.
Yes, and thereby wrapped everything up into one very neat and tidy bundle.
I think you're jealous. Very touched. Very.
Huh?
The gun she shot Kaplan with. An old Gestapo trick. Shoot one of your own people to show that you're not one of them.
Yeah, you did just shoot me.
So that means the Gestapo actually shot people. Pretty harsh.
Yeah, that's pretty
Shoot
harsh.
one of your own people.
What was that noise?
That was a gun
Just a gunshot going off?
We wondered what it was, too, didn't we, Leonard?
It was a loud fart.
You're not taking her on that plane with you.
I love it. The walk into the
Of course
frame.
I am. Like our friends, I too believe in neatness, Leonard. This matter is best disposed of from a great height.
Hell yes. Come on. It sells for the eye line. It sells for, oh, that's so good. I don't think there's a lot of people who would have thought to do that.
He's the hitch. What are you going to do?
In your room. Oh, because they won't know. Nice. Clever.
How about having your own matchbooks with your initials on them?
Let's go. You know, lighting up cigars and cigarettes.
To you, my dear, and all the lovely moments we've had together.
How well you got this? How well you got this? Quite well. Nice. Whew.
Awfully high.
Yep.
Aye.
Yes.
Well, we'd better get moving.
Oh, I think I left my earrings upstairs. I'll be right down.
This guy just doesn't quit. I mean, it's just brilliant.
Through the window, there's a car downstairs. You know all about the fake shooting they're going to do away with you. And the figure that they got at the auction sale last night is filled with microfilm.
That's how he's been getting it.
Whatever you do, don't get on that plane.
And I love that we're sticking with the POV. Like overhead, we don't really ever go down. You know, we never cut to them or anything. Again, you don't need to. Ooh, brilliant. Yeah, this just feels very Bond at this point.
He's done a good job for
Stay
being
where
a
you
madman.
Yep. Is that also the blank gun?
As soon as the plane leaves, my husband and Mr. Leonard will be back.
Yeah, totally.
So it said that house was built on a studio lot.
Really?
It's
Wow.
not a real house.
Your knife throwing chum.
Get that figure back from her.
The housekeeper had me pinned down for 5 minutes before I realized it was that same silly gun
Yep.
of yours.
Yes.
So I guess this house is supposed to be on top of Mount Rushmore, basically.
Oh, that's what it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they end up on top of Mount Rushmore somehow.
Which there obviously isn't a house up there, so that's
I don't think so.
that's... Yeah, we are in full espionage zone. If only you had a parachute.
What do we do?
Climb down.
Imagine seeing the mountain from that angle. It would be totally bizarre.
Yeah. Yep. No, hard pass. You could not pay me enough as your henchman to climb all George Washington's face. I'm not doing it. Not even Lincoln's face.
What about Jefferson?
No, not Jefferson either.
Well, if we ever get out of this alive, let's go back to New York on the train together.
Yeah. Proposition.
It's a proposal, sweetie.
What happened to the first two marriages?
Oh, my wives divorced me. I think they said I led too dull a life.
Oh, what happened to the first two marriages? Extreme danger, and they're still witty, sarcastic quipping. Yeah, I'd go back. Boss, they fell. Nope. Oh, shit. Bro, leave the microfiche. Let them find it. He needs to get himself a Lisa, because she'd be killing this shit right now.
Yeah, Lisa knows the deal.
Lisa be Spider-Man the shit out of this. Hey, Stabby McThrowknifey. Oh, shit. That's gonna bruise.
Not a good place to, like, jump at someone.
No,
like that.
not at all.
But he's Stab Man.
Yeah, he's Stabby Man. He's Stabby McThrowknives. Throwing.
Friend.
Yes! Hell yes! He's getting very good at this. Oh, literal cliffhangers. Come on. Go. Yeah, this is 100% Bond. This is 110% Bond.
Help me!
He's gonna step on his fingers? Of course he is. He's a villain. He's a henchman-ass, villain-ass.
That wasn't very sporting, using real bullets.
He's so cool, even in capture.
Yes, you can. Come on. Come along, Mrs. Thornhill. I know, but I'm sentimental.
Yep, there you are. I'm sentimental too. Let's do it.
Good stuff, eh?
Good stuff.
Those are best of the best as far as I'm concerned.
Dude, no, that's fun. That's fun. And the twists and turns and the ins and outs. Like, it's very espionage-y, but like...
Witty banter.
Witty banter. And the way that he does gradually get better and better. And just kind of like the learning curve of it. It makes sense.
Thrown into the situation.
Right. And from the beginning, he is very... Not just going with the flow. He's thrown into it, right?
Yeah.
But he knows nothing. And then he has to figure things out as he's going along. And, he's being hoodwinked by multiple sides now at this point. Well, only really one. Well, her and then the FBI, CIA, and then the actual villain who thinks he is someone he's not. It's just it's a great build. It's a really, really great build. And it all makes really good sense. Like, nothing feels forced.
100%.
It's well paced. Never a dull moment. Like the whole cornfield.
Yeah, like that should be a dull moment.
And it's not. You're like,
that's because you're like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then it's like that shot with the.
And he's living in the same world as you are.
That shot.
What
with
is
the
going
two
on?
men across the street from each other.
Yeah, that's great.
And like that long shot of the cornfield and everything. It's great. But
the beautiful reveal where he goes, "Oh, it's interesting. He's crop dusting where there's no crops." It's just like it all just slowly builds, but it's not forced information or forced like knowledge. It's kind of like just thrown in there, and then you're kind of like, "Oh, okay, here's the next layer."
The plane chase.
That plane chase, dude.
That's another rip from The Simpsons, because there's an episode where Marge has a fear of flying thing, and then she's like, well, there were these other instances, and one of the instances is her being chased by the biplane. And I actually really like that shot at the end where he's like, help me, and I'm like, this guy help you? This guy's gonna help you? But that shot where it's like that dark music and it like goes right to his foot, and he's just like
the like DNA of a Bond film. It's just like,
because
he's still very suave and debonair, but he's like learning to do these things, and he's doing them with, again, no gun, no feel, with flair, but he's
no gun.
This is wits.
It's just wits, yeah.
It's just wits.
And like, I love how the villains are like sort of charming in their own way too.
Oh yeah.
So, like, especially James Mason, of course. There's not much you can say about it. It's just like all these films. I feel like Rear Window is like, and this one matched together pretty good, but at the same time, I like Rear Window a little better. But,
it still wins over.
More sweeping.
It is.
Rear Window, which is in one spot the whole time and really forces you into a perspective. Well, I love the fact that like he's at a meeting and then that happens, and then from that moment on, he's just like thrown in to this thing happening.
Yes.
And it's like, wait, this is wrong. I'm not this guy. And it's that.
But he's also very much politely going along with it at the same time.
Well, what can you do? Right. But it's like when you're getting abducted at first, you probably wouldn't even believe it when it's happening to you, right?
For sure.
So I realized that film villains have to be film villains. If I was one of those hitmen, I don't think I would have left it so much to chance. Like the first time they tried to kill him I know they want to make it look like an accident.
Oh, the alcohol thing?
Yeah, just shoot the son of a bitch.
You
have to make sure.
Much time
on the auction house with the girl where he's like laying into her is like brutal, but so like polite in a way.
Yeah. But also how he keeps like politely he'll say something nice kind of, and then be like, oh yeah, she's still a tramp though. Yeah. We had a good time.
Gets his name, like he finds his name out there, and it's like he's getting the information in little bits and bobs that he needs. It's interesting how that happens.
Oh, and he doesn't know who she is at that point. Still, so he's
so he thinks
hate her.
Well, I think she did set him up. She sent him out there to be killed in that cornfield. Well, she has to
because neither side wants him alive. Well, cares whether he lives or dies.
Right, but they knew he was with her on the train, and they were giving her instructions at the train station. At the end, she was like in the phone booth, and he was in the phone booth, and he gave her the instructions.
Who?
Leonard gave her instructions at the train station.
So that's like she's in a rock and a hard place. At any point in time,
Leonard and them got her to intercept him. Because remember, she passes the note to Leonard and says, "What do I do with him now?"
See, that's where I was confused. I wasn't sure if she was
Grades.
This is actually going to tie. This is going to tie.
Tie for you?
This is going to be a tie.
Your tie is
so 17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put mine as a 19. For this one, so 1 point below. I just got to keep Rear Window up at the top of that thing.
Yeah, I mean, Rear Window they're very different movies, but this one still is really well done.
I mean, I've seen this movie like 20 times. It never gets dull. It's just sort of, as you say, masterclass. We should close this out.
We should close it out. Again, really enjoyed this one. I love seeing so much variety in one director. So we will see you. So we'll see you back here on the couch for at least 2, maybe 3 more. We don't know yet. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. And we'll take it to the end of the year.
Exactly. But until then, please hit us up on our
like and subscribe.
Yeah, I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So do that.
Check out
hit
Patreons.
Us up
check out
comments and IGs,
Instagrams,
socials, all that
stuff
thing.
Like that.
And we'll catch you next week back here. More major movie madness, more of the Hitchcock madness. Thanks, guys. Team Lisa!
Madness.